Tony! No! Tony! No! We on it tonight!
What's up, y'all? What up, Stu? What up, Daniel? And welcome to another edition of the Jalen Freaking Hurts podcast. On this podcast, we talk 99% of Jalen Freaking Hurts with just a hint of Philadelphia Eagles. How everybody doing? So before we talk Jalen Freaking Hurts, you know how we do on the show. You put our ones up and we acknowledge Jalen Freaking Hurts as our franchise quarterback. So ones up and acknowledge him.
Acknowledge me!
I, Cool Cat Connor, acknowledge Jalen Freaking Hurts as my franchise quarterback.
Acknowledge me!
All right. So now that we've done that, training camp, y'all. Training camp. We are officially, we're on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 4 days away. 4 days away from training camp. They all go in on Tuesday and they practice on Wednesday. I cannot wait. So let's start with this, right? Because nobody kicks off training camp like your boy. We got photos of our quarterback, Jalen Freaking Hurts, working. Right? He's working with Dallas Goedert, and the rest of the young wide receivers. Right? He's working with Dallas Goedert and some other people. Hold on. John Ross. He's also working with John Ross and Anaya Smith. He's working with Anaya Smith, John Ross, Dallas Goedert, Johnny Wilson. And people has the audacity to talk bad about this kid. The audacity to talk bad about this kid. You must be out your goddamn mind. Right? So we have that. What I also want to do is go listen to Get Up. Right? Because Ryan Clark talked to Jalen Freaking Hurts. And I want y'all to listen to what he has to say. Let me go to the clip so y'all can hear what our man has to say. It's here. Hold on. It's supposed to be today. Hold on. I'll find it. Hold on. Could have sworn it was here. Hold on. Here it is. Found it. All right. So this is what they had to say about our boy, Jalen Freaking Hurts.
That poll where he asks all the different GMs and everybody questions. And they put together the list of the top 10 quarterbacks. And look, there are always going to be some disagreements and things like that come up. But the thing that stood out the most to me was that in 1 year, it feels like the National Football League kind of punted on Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
A year ago at this time, Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles was the with the bell of the ball, right? Yep. Everybody loved him. He was the guy who was a skyrocket to the moon, all that kind of stuff. And now he falls out of the top 10. The acquisition of Saquon Barkley. What is your perspective on Hurts, what last year meant, and what we expect?
I believe Jalen Hurts plays better this year. We had a good conversation at the upfronts, and he talked.
You and he.
Yes.
Boy, you are everywhere these days. I need to start following you around. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but just in having a conversation with him, he understood what last year was. He knows that his team needs to get better, and he said that it starts with him. It starts with his play. It starts with his leadership. And I asked him too, though. I was like, bro, why you always look so mad? Like why are you so miserable all the time? And he's like, I'm not miserable. He goes, I know what it takes to win. And I knew even when we were winning early, we weren't doing what it took to be a good football team. And eventually it caught up. And he also said for himself that he has to find a way to play better. When you look at what they were.
Hold on. I want you, hey, awesomeness. I want you to hear what Jalen freaking Hurts said to RC. One more time. Okay, one more time. Let's go to what RC had to say. Here we go. Ready? Listen to him.
Last year meant and what we expect.
I believe Jalen Hurts plays better this year. We had a good conversation at the upfronts, and he talked.
You and he.
Yes.
Boy, you are everywhere these days. I need to start following you around. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but just in having a conversation with him, he understood what last year was. He knows that his team needs to get better. And he said that it starts with him. It starts with his play. It starts with his leadership. And I asked him too, though. I was like, bro, why you always look so mad? Like why are you so miserable all the time? And he's like, I'm not miserable. He goes, I know what it takes to win. And I knew even when we were winning early, we weren't doing what it took to be a good football team. And eventually it caught up. And he also said for himself that he has to find a way to play better.
I love that. It starts with him. What up, Rock the Artist? It starts with him. He's only miserable because all he wants to do, the reason why he got that stone face. Listen to Ryan Clark one more time. Listen to him. He had a conversation with Jalen freaking Hurts. Listen to him.
Saquon Barkley. What is your perspective on Hurts, what last year meant, and what we expect?
I believe Jalen Hurts plays better this year. We had a good conversation at the upfronts, and he talked.
You and he.
Yes.
Boy, you are everywhere these days. I need to start following you around. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but just in having a conversation with him, he understood what last year was. He knows that his team needs to get better. And he said that it starts with him. It starts with his play. It starts with his leadership. And I asked him too, though. I was like, bro, why you always look so mad?
Exactly.
Like why are you so miserable all the time? And he's like, I'm not miserable. He goes, I know what it takes to win. And I knew even when we were winning early, we weren't doing what it took to be a good football team. And eventually it caught up. And he also said for himself that he has to find a way to play better.
But according to all these people, he's not a good leader. He's taking accountability for what happened last year. He's taking accountability of what happened last year. Now, granted, Nick Sirianni, as we just found out, with his little play call, didn't help. But at the end of the day, listen, at the end of the day, man, it's Jalen freaking Hurts, baby. He gets it. He understands it. He understands what he has to do. What does he have to do? And that's get better. Learn from the mistakes. You see, what people don't understand, this is what people don't understand, ladies and gentlemen. It was only the interceptions last year. I mean, it was only the interceptions last year. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody, what up, John? No one wants to talk about it was just his interceptions. Despite that Nick Sirianni play call, right? 15 interceptions. We now found out Nick Sirianni, but hey, right? If he don't throw those interceptions against the Saints or the Jets, we'll just say those two games, Saints or Jets, Saints and Jets. If he don't throw those picks, right, I think those was 3 picks in those 2 games, 13 wins. 13 wins. And those interceptions drops, right? They drop. But nobody wants to talk about that. What up, y'all? What up, Aaron? Get ready, Kuka. You're going to see. I'm hoping. I'm counting down, man. I mean, listen to the conversation. One more time to the people who just came in. The conversation that Ryan Clark and Jalen Hurts has. Listen.
Saquon Barkley, what is your perspective on Hurts, what last year meant, and what we expect?
I believe Jalen Hurts plays better this year. We had a good conversation at the upfronts, and he talked.
You and he.
Yes.
Boy, you are everywhere these days. I need to start following you around. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but just in having a conversation with him, he understood what last year was. He knows that his team needs to get better. And he said that it starts with him. It starts with his play. It starts with his leadership. And I asked him too, though. I was like, bro, why you always look so mad? Like why are you so miserable all the time? And he's like, I'm not miserable. He goes, I know what it takes to win. And I knew even when we were winning early, we weren't doing what it took to be a good football team. And eventually it caught up. And he also said for himself that he has to find a way to play better. When you look at what they were offensively last year, there was no creativity. There was no opportunities for Jalen Hurts to have pass run options where he could use his decision making to hurt teams. And it was, if A.J. Brown doesn't make a play down the field, then we're absolutely screwed. I believe going into this year is going to be about Kellen Moore to get him back to where he was 2 runner-up, and when Jalen Hurts was the guy that was America's darling. Because if they don't, I believe these questions will persist. And what the list means to me is that before 2 years ago, people didn't believe in Jalen Hurts, and they feel like last year proved why they didn't believe in him.
So what does the acquisition of Saquon Barkley mean? Dominique Foxworth, if you're a defensive player and you're playing against the Eagles this year, adding him, because they already had a lot of pieces, and they obviously have all those weapons on the outside. What specifically does Saquon Barkley mean for Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just another way to take pressure off of Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts has been an incredible running back, frankly, as part of the asset that he brings to this team and running the push, the Philly special, or not Philly special, the tush push, and all that stuff like that. His problems with last year was more scheme related than anything, but also it took a toll on his body. So Saquon Barkley could take some more of those hits away from Jalen Hurts, which may allow him to feel better later.
Basically, ladies and gentlemen, you can count on Jalen freaking Hurts. I got to do something real quick because listen to this.
There's 2 quarterbacks in the National Football League that are in the Super Bowl. People tear them down and poke their holes. People are starting to make a case for Jalen Hurts being looked at differently than what he was. What would you say to those people?
I think Jalen played good. Obviously, I mean, we got to look at, at a couple of things where, Jalen is still a young quarterback. I think that was his 3rd year, like being a full-time starter.
Wild.
I mean, you got to look at those type of things. And, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, he just got paid like this, that, and the third. But, he's still in the learning phase also. I remember going into my 3rd year or as a starter, it's still got that learning curve where, you still got to learn, so many things and
right.
so much. But, as a quarterback, it's got to be hard. I think it's 3 or 4 times, the pressure that I have on me as a defensive lineman because, I can make a mistake and it won't get noticed until the film turn on Monday, but he can make a mistake and the whole world can see it. But, you got to, I respect Jalen as a person, as a leader, and, and the biggest thing is, you get the same guy every day.
Hey, Nab?
I'm hearing him talk. And it drives me crazy that we're discussing Jalen Hurts.
I just wanted to let him speak.
No, because it's not for you.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a narrative all the way around. Jalen Hurts, prior to this season, was in the MVP conversation for 2 years.
100%.
And now we have fans and media folks questioning, is he the guy? So you mean to tell me you can be...
I think the question is more what went wrong, and then you right away that the quarterback...
No, I be getting tweeted. They be killing me on Twitter now.
Okay.
They kill me on Twitter now. I hear it. But I think Jalen is a guy that, again, similar to Brock Purdy, like we talked about. Can you win because he's your quarterback?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes. And
Exactly. Aaron, let me answer this question right here. Think about this, Aaron. Last season. I'm not talking about this season. I'm talking about this upcoming season. I'm talking about last season. Right? Versus the Jets. I think Jalen freaking Hurts threw... I mean, he threw a couple of interceptions. That was bad, right? We will win that game. The defense held Zach Wilson to what? 20 points? There's a win right there. It would have been 12. Right there. Against the Seattle Seahawks. Y'all saw BOBS live when we did our game day reaction. Right. There you go. If those two games, hell, even the Giants game, if you want to say that, so you have to be on the Giants. One of those two games, 13-4. Whether it's, because forget the Cowboys and the 49ers, we knew that was going to happen. Jets, Seattle, or even the Cardinals, for that matter. One of those games, 13-4. And the 49ers lost at the end of the season to the Rams. They was 12-5. Yeah. Now you got Kellen Moore. Now Nick Sirianni can take a dang on seat. Right? Kellen Moore can take a back seat. Now Nick Sirianni can take a back seat. Okay? Yeah, I know. I think it'll be 13 wins, losing to, I guess, Bengals, Cowboys, Ravens, and if you want to say Rams, fine. But that's where I'm at. Because your schedule, this right here, and I know we got to get ready to talk training camp. I get that because we're 4 days away. Come on, y'all. Who you taking? Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts? Who you taking, Kirk Cousins or Jalen Hurts? Who you taking, Derek Carr or Jalen Hurts? Who you taking, Baker Mayfield or Jalen Hurts? Don't get me started on the Browns. I mean, Jalen Hurts. Giants, Jalen Hurts. You can say Bengals is 50-50. Jags, Jalen Hurts. Cowboys, Jalen Hurts. But seeing as we split, I'll say Jalen Hurts here in Philly. You can say Dak in AT&T. Washington Commanders, sweep Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts sweep the Commanders. Rams, I'll say Jalen Hurts, but it's 50-50. I'll say Lamar. Jalen Hurts versus the Cardinals, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts versus Steelers, Jalen Hurts. Or sweep of the Commanders. The Kelly Green game versus Cowboys, Jalen Hurts. And Giants, Jalen Hurts. So 4 games. Bengals, Ravens, Cowboys, and AT&T. And you could say the Rams. Every other game, Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts. I don't know about the L versus Raven. As long so you think okay. Well, if we beat the Ravens, sorry if I'm staticky, y'all. If we beat the Ravens, there you go. Let's see. I'm just hoping for a sweep versus the Cowboys, though. Cool Cat, we got them Cowboys. Of course we do. Of course we do. After all, according to Stephen Jones, who had his little interview today, they're all in.
Opportunity.
Pardon me for a
these
second.
young people, whether it's the draft, coming in here without having, which we've done at times in the past when we obviously brought in a Cooks and we bring in a Gilmore. It makes it hard for some of these guys to come in and play and beat those guys out. Obviously, there's going to be some opportunities. And, we do have some guys who didn't play for us last year. Overshown, John Stevens, who was on his way to making this team before he tore his ACL. You have a Diggs who you didn't get to play. You didn't see play but a couple of games last year, so we're going to have him back. So there's a lot of different moving parts that we didn't have that were a part of this team in addition to the draft. And, of course, when we make these draft picks, they're going to.
So at the end of the day, and it's like I said this past week, the Philadelphia Eagles officially runs the NFC. Think about it. 49ers, we'll see about Brock Purdy and his Super Bowl hangover. Plus, they got an Ayuk problem. And the Cowboys is about to pay Dak Prescott $60 million.
Run Paulo here, because we've been throwing the ball a lot.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off, it's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb! Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb! You trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb!
So again, the Philadelphia Eagles officially run the NFC. And it starts, hold on. If defense keeps up the whole game with Lamar, they may have a chance to win this game. Also, Jalen freaking Hurts in offense. Got to stay consistent and smart. Got to be careful to see if Ravens put pressure on Jalen. Exactly. You might be right, Aaron, but right now I'm sticking with 13-4. I don't want to go that high just yet. Okay? I will go a little higher. Let me see how. I need to see, because knock on wood, any given Sunday. Let me see the injury reports. Let me see what happens with us. Let's see what happens with the other teams. Knock on wood. A lot of teams lost their quarterback last year. A lot of quarterbacks was hurt last year. So let's see how it is. So let's talk about training camp. We are officially 4 days away. We're officially 4 days away. So let's talk training camp. Exactly. Any given Sunday, the good teams always lose to the bad teams. We lost to the Arizona Cardinals, the Seattle Seahawks, the Jets, and the dang gone Giants with a backup. Let's see. We will know by 9 games what exactly. Let me show y'all the schedule one more time before. Okay? Let me show y'all the schedule one more time before we talk training camp real quick. Where did I do with the schedule? What did I do? Here it is. Okay? You can beat Green Bay. You can beat Falcons, and you can beat the Saints, and you can beat the Bucks. You can beat the Browns and the Giants. So by then you can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 0 before we see how he is versus the Bengals. Exactly. Think about that. If you don't lose to both teams, you'd be 13-4 last season. Aaron, that's what I'm saying. You could have been 13-4 if you didn't lose to the Cardinals or the Seattle. That Jets game wouldn't be a problem. Right. So let's go ahead and talk training camp. What do I want to see? You see Jalen freaking Hurts working with his playmakers. I want to see my boy throw bombs up the head, though. Connect with your players. You got A.J. Brown. You got Devontae Smith. You got Dallas Goedert. You got Saquon Barkley. And you got the best offensive line in the game. Have trust. You got trust in A.J. You got trust in Devontae. You got trust in Goddard. You're starting to build trust with Saquon Barkley. You got to have trust with Kelsey leaving, Cam Jurgen got to be at guard, and you got to see who's going to be at right tackle. You got to trust in Cam Jurgen. You got to have trust in the right tackle, and you got to have trust with Saquon Barkley. I know it'll be difficult because we're talking Kellen Moore. Have trust with Kellen Moore. And also, I get it. I understand. We're hearing all these reports about Nick Sirianni. I get it, and I understand. I do. But try to have trust in Nick Sirianni. I get it. It's hard and difficult because he called plays last year, and you was like, what the heck? Right. Be the leader I know you can be. It's going to be. But here's the big difference. Cam Jurgen learned from Jason Kelsey last year. Also, Stoutland University. He had to sit behind Jason Kelsey last year and Stoutland University. Simple as that. Stoutland University. If that don't get him ready, I can't help him. I can't help him. Right. If Stoutland University and not learning behind Jason Kelsey don't help him, I don't know what I have. I have. Simple. Stoutland University and learning behind Kelsey. That should get him ready. That right there, what I just said, that should get him ready. Learn from your mistakes last year. That's what I want for Jalen to do. Learn from your mistakes last year. Okay? You got to learn from your mistakes. Got it. That you is Simone talking to Isaiah Rogers? Is Simone with the Spazords, my sister, talking to Isaiah Rogers? What can't she do? That's all I'm going to say. What can't she do? Learn from your mistakes last year. Right? There's two things you got to work on. Blitz. I do too. Blitz and turnovers. You work on that, please. What do you mean, huh, Aaron? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say, Aaron? But anyway, blitz and the turnovers is the only thing I need you to work on. Yeah. My Birds of Broad Street co-host and my sister, Simone with the Spazords, just uploaded a video of her talking to him. And I think it was 30 minutes ago. Isaiah Rogers was talking to Mo. Go to her channel and watch it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Hold on. Here's a little sneak peek. Let me. All right. Hold on. Let me show y'all a sneak peek of what we're probably going to talk about Monday. No, Aaron. We're going to play it. Hold on. All right. We talk a little bit of Philadelphia Eagles while talking Jalen freaking Hurts.
Nah, I've been seeing clips. Saquon, that's all I've seen. I've been seeing clips. Saquon, that's all I've seen.
What you think about that?
They was sad as shit. I seen the dude get out the desk. I seen him. He was sick.
What about that phone call with Saquon? It was so cringy.
I know Saquon enough to know when he said, all right, it was over.
It was like the dude, the GM was like, and he was like, okay.
I feel like you can't do that and turn around and say, he's our best player. He's a fan.
First of all, I'm liking this video.
If he was really that, then why you didn't give him what he deserved? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like he was sorry. He was asking for a price tag. This man gave y'all everything plus more for the past 3 or 4 years. And then you turn around and say, he's our best player. But that's just telling him to go test the market, but then tell him, hey, promise you'll come. Like, that's like telling your girl
And begging. He was begging. You promise?
Yeah,
you
that's
promise you're going to give us a chance?
Yeah, it should have just gave him the deal.
Right.
But I won't complain. Shit, look where we at now.
Period.
I'm proud of that girl. I'm sorry. I'm switching left. I gave this to Jalen Freaking Hurts podcast. I'm switching left. I'm proud of her. I'm sorry. I'm proud of her. Proud of her. How in the girl? Jalen Freaking Hurts. Quinyon Mitchell. Brandon Graham. Now Isaiah Rodgers? Woo! Listen. Y'all. Simone with the sports, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, man. At the end of the day, listen. I'm speechless, man, because I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. More than you know. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm proud of my sister. I'm proud of her. All right, I'm serious. I'm proud of my sister. Like Isaiah Rogers. What else, Samir? My sister's talking to Isaiah Rogers. Proud of my sister is an understatement. Proud of Simone is an understatement. Y'all know that. Tuesday. We'll talk the Eagles tomorrow on Bird Talk. We're just talking about Jalen freaking Hurts. And the fact that Simone with the Sports is talking to Isaiah Rogers. How the heck did that happen? So, yeah, for me, I want Jalen freaking Hurts to be Jalen freaking Hurts. All right. Keep the main thing the main thing. Don't let none of these haters, doubters, or critics tell you anything different. I'm still shocked at my. What up, Nina? We're just talking about Jalen freaking Hurts and how proud I am of Simone, man. Isaiah Rogers. My sister talked to Isaiah Rogers. But yeah, man, like I said, for me, for Jalen in training camp, blitz and fix the turnovers. That's all. Because again, versus the Seattle Seahawks and the Jets, that would be 13 wins. Giants, you beat them, that would have been 14. Exactly. She talking to Isaiah Rogers. Y'all got to see this video. Hold on. One more time. I know I'm pulling left. This is the Jalen Freaking Hurts podcast. We're talking Jalen Freaking Hurts, but you don't talk this guy. How? Look. By the way, subscribe to my sister, please. Because how?
I seen the dude get off the desk. I seen him. He was sick.
What about?
I've been seeing clips of Saquon. That's all I've seen.
What you think about that?
They was sad as shit. I seen the dude get off the desk. I seen him. He was sick.
What about that phone call with Saquon? It was so cringy.
I know Saquon enough to know when he said, all right, it was over.
It was like the dude, the GM was like, and he was like, okay.
I feel like you can't do that and turn around and say he's our best player. He's a fan favorite. If he was really that, then why you didn't give him what he deserved? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like he was sorry. He was asking for a price tag. This man gave y'all everything plus more for the past 3 or 4 years. And then you turn around and say he's our best player. But that's just telling him to go test the market, but then tell him, hey, promise you you'll come. Like, that's like telling your girl.
And begging. He was begging. You promise?
Yeah,
you promise you're going to give us a chance?
Yeah, it should have just gave him the deal.
Right.
But I won't complain. Shit, look where we're at now.
Proud, y'all. Proud. That's all I'm going to say. Proud. Proud. I'm speechless right now. I normally got something to say about Jalen freaking Hurts right now. I'm speechless. Proud, man. Absolutely proud of Mo. Proud. Absolutely proud. I mean, I'm speechless, y'all. I mean, I'm going to let y'all listen to it one more time. I'll be right back. Just listen to it. Listen to this.
Nah, I've been seeing clips. Saquon, that's all I've seen.
What you think about that?
They was sad as shit. I seen the dude get out the desk. I seen him. He was sick.
What about that phone call with Saquon? It was so cringy.
I know Saquon enough to know when he said, all right, it was over.
It was like the dude, the GM was like, and he was like, okay.
I feel like you can't do that and turn around and say he's our best player. He's a fan favorite. If he was really that, then why you didn't give him what he deserved? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like he was sorry. He was asking for a price tag. This man gave y'all everything plus more for the past 3 or 4 years. And then you turn around and say he's our best player. But that's just telling him to go test the market, but then tell him, hey, promise you you'll come. Like, that's like telling your girl.
And begging. He was begging. You promise?
Yeah,
you
that's
promise you're going to give us a chance?
Yeah, it should have just gave him the deal.
Right.
But I won't complain. Shit, look where we're at now.
All right, guys. I ain't got really nothing else to say, but proud of Moan. Bird Talk will continue on counting down to training camp tomorrow. Subscribe to this girl, man. Proud. Go Birds, fly, go fly, and Jalen freaking Hurts. I am proud of this girl right here. Molly!